As I said, we are on Namsui and but how
there is a scuffle amidst threats to harm. Two clients are angry at a middleman who has failed to deliver after taking their money. They have managed to acquire what they want from a more reliable middleman, but they won't leave without venting their anger. This is not an abandoned isolation center. It is the national head office of the Birth and Death Registry, located at the periphery of the enclave of the ministries, precisely beside the Black Star Square to the west in the national capital. The Birth and Death Registry is the national nerve center for critical data and certification that show that a person is born in Ghana or has died here. Sanitary conditions here are poor, with heaps of refuse at nearly every turn. Stench of urine dominates parts of the head office. Furniture for applicants are in a state of disarray. There is a stampede in the offices. The stress is the look nearly every applicant wears here. But consistently, I see a crop of people who look happier. I discover they are neither staff nor applicants. They are the middlemen, better known as girl boys. They cash in on the distress of applicants like these.
When did you apply? December is just a month.
I brought my niece birth cert for reprinting. She mistakenly laminated it and went to passport office, and then they demanded for reprinting. So I brought it almost about 7 weeks ago now. They went for searching, they saw it, and then they said they printed, left it for stamping, sealing, and then signing. And after almost about 5 weeks now, it has not been complete. I've been here several occasions. I live at Kasua. I've been here several times, more than 10 times now. Coming in and they say it has not been signed, it has not been sealed, and all the things. The seal machine has been broken down, all kind of sort of stories and other things. So I don't understand what they are doing.
Experience is very bad because even the people working here don't have time for you, to the extent that you have to look for the certificate yourself. After going through that stress, then they will later tell you that the certificate you are looking for is not in. So you go and come back later. Instead of them giving you a specific date that, okay, come in 2 weeks or 3 weeks time, the certificate will be ready. No, they only said you should go and come back without you knowing when the certificate will be ready or not.
I came in, that was December, let's say on the 17th of December, I came in for birth certificate. I went to the office and they told me to pay 70 Ghana cedis. I paid, they gave me receipt. They asked me to come in January, I think 21st January 2020. I came 21st January, they told me it's missing. So I have to go do affidavit. I can start the whole process again. I said, why? Why should this thing go missing? Something you've taken me money and you told me to go and come this day and this is happening. So it was very bad. So one guy called me and asked me, how fast do I want the birth certificate? I need it urgently to go do the Ghana card and also my passport. So he asked me, do I have 200 Ghana cedis? I said, I don't have 200 Ghana cedis. He said, 1.5, do you have it? I said, I have 1.5. Give me the details on paper. And I wrote the details on paper, I gave to the guy. He asked me to go and make sure I'm on WhatsApp. 48 hours, I checked my WhatsApp. My birth certificate was there. So he asked me to come the next day. So I came the next day and I got it. 1.5.
One of the applicants who had to restart the process all over again because officials of the Birth and Death Registry inputted wrong information on his certificate after several visits here, alleges that the poor services coupled with the presence of girl boys make it possible for some foreign nationals to acquire certificates that show they are Ghanaians. With this in hand, they are able to apply for Ghanaian passports and even acquire voters' ID cards. He shared an experience with me.
I even had a fight with one Nigerian guy over here. It was a shame. I told him, boss, if you joke, I'll arrest you. Are you a Ghanaian? He said, yes, my father is a Ghanaian, my mother is a Nigerian. You are not a Ghanaian. What is the proof?
According to insider sources, the system here has been down for weeks. Printers are not functioning. Processes have halted. But the registrar, Reverend Kingsley Addo, tells me all is well. He blames the congestion here on applicants who fail to adhere to laid down procedures.
What I see is that people will wait until they have an emergency, until they have a deadline. When he has waited for 30 years and 40 years, then he expects us to do a certificate for him in one day. And like I said, it has to be referred to the district from where the event occurred. It doesn't take a day. So when you come from that point, then you already are vulnerable. And I would not discount the fact that there are people who parade around as though they were workers, as though they had some connections within the system, who would say, bring this amount and let me facilitate that one for you.
Reverend Addo also advised the public against sidestepping laid-down procedures, a situation that leads them into the hands of Guru boys, where he cannot be held accountable.
So we just want to advise the public that if you have to deal with anybody, deal with a staff who is properly identified. We have tags like this for all our staff. So if you want to deal with staff, make sure the person is properly tagged, properly identified, even if you have to.
Reverend Addo spoke about the importance of acquiring death certificates and how the public can do so.
Cemeteries are not properly controlled, and so the money to bury without acquiring the necessary permits and the registration documents. We would want to plead with the public that as soon as anybody dies, registration for death is also free for up to 14 days. So please get the deaths registered, obtain the necessary burial permits before you bury, because people come back and now they have financial obligations to settle, they have legal obligations to settle, then they want death certificates. But without a prior registration, it is impossible to generate a death certificate for anybody.
Commenting on the decrepit state of the head office of the Birth and Death Registry, Reverend Addo reviews that plans are advanced to relocate the facility. I asked Reverend Addo about allegations that foreign nationals acquire birth certificates due to the preponderance of Guru boys.
They're not born here and they manage to get certificates. It means somebody facilitated or aided them. And I've told you the requirements, that if you are able to provide a weighing card or documents showing you were born here, then, of course, we'll go ahead and process it. If we don't have it, then we need the parents or some adult persons to do the vouching, and they go through the affidavit thing. So if anybody came and is able to prove, like you came and said, oh, I know this man, he was born here, I can attest to the fact, this is the affidavit supporting that he was born here, it starts the process. And that's why we need to do some background checks. Unfortunately, I've told you that we are constrained by staff numbers and a few logistics.
The applicants find the system frustrating, the service unsatisfactory, and the structure unappealing. But the authorities here say, well, they are expanding their structures, they're digitizing their system, and they're hoping that their services will improve. But they are asking applicants not to go through Guru boys, and they also want applicants to seek these certificates early enough and not come at the 11th hour. Reporting for Citi News, I am Caleb Kuda.